She trying to link up, so much we got synced up, pulled up in the dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto Biz with this pink stuff is on tummy. Yeah, you heard me, you ain't feel me. I've been moving.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Keep playing.
Play fake. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Jaguars.
They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And down he goes at the 49. A 3-yard pickup.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he'll let this one go deep. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. DJ Chark, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make...
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That 2nd down play nets a -4. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize that it's broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the 1st down on 3rd down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, a nice spin. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
It's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Picked off by wk7.
And he will bring it back. Interception return for a Colts TD.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender. From there, he doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
No problem there on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try the left side. Cottrell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That good for 22 and a first down.
Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to look downfield for Henry. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking for Campbell downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Paris Campbell hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Hunter Henry, and it's 3rd down.
Charles, he doesn't seem to be particularly in tune with his receivers, just 2 for 7 throwing the football, but he did seem really locked in before the game.
Yeah, and that has to do with receivers sometimes. Sometimes the defenders knock them off their routes, and they're usually pretty precise. 1, 2, 3 cut, balls out of his hands to the receiver. In this case, might be off by a half step either way. They've got to find a way to get back in sync.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They're going to look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, Cottrell, and he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On third down, Cottrell. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard. And it's caught by Parker. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On first down, Cottrell. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 18. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll run on first down. Cottrell. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it second and goal. Caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Calvin Ridley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Open man, Gronkowski complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. We got position on him, and he pulls it in. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
At the 5-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor as the first half is winding down. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He sets to fire deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action.
Way to hold on to it now.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the 1st down, even throwing the football.
That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here, it'd go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. throw here out of the gun. And now another one thrown incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
Here's Rodgers on the return.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Their own 29-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Taylor. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3-and-out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On 1st down, Cottrell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars get a score closer. He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down with this deficit. He might need to score a couple of more times to give them a chance.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
2nd and 6.
Steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. Able to push his way through, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a 1st.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a give right side. Cottrell. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gronkowski's got it on the crossing route. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw here.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On play action, they'll throw. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 25. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He was looking for Gronk that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready up! Mike, 35. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 35's the Mike. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Taylor. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The Colts on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. He's able to get 6, a nice pickup down to the 21. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 21-yard line.
Being chased out left. And his pass incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Jaguars on third down. Just one conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. His throw caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. He'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
On second down now, Cottrell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. I got him.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Ready, break.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
On the jump. Okay, just like that. Just like that.
Now back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
Jaguars 22-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. catch here, left side, Thomas. That throw good for only a couple and brings up third down.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
In a fourth down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll look to throw again.
He'll drop this down to 2.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
He was looking for Michael Pittman that time.
But it'll be second and goal. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah.